Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live. It is Wednesday, April the 1st. I thank you for joining me. I recognize, I'm just gonna back up here. I'm trying a different setup today, but we'll see. It seems a little high, but maybe it's good. Trying something different today from a standpoint of it's in the middle of the week, and I recognize that you could be doing anything else. So I appreciate that you are here. You could be figuring out what you're going to do for school, what you're doing for work, how you're taking care of family, whatever it may be. And you might be local. As I like to say, you might be in my own city of Richmond, my own neighborhood of Steveston. You might be in the greater Vancouver area. You might be in the province. You might be in the country. You might be on the continent. You might be international. Thank you for being here. And because I want to kind of differentiate these Wednesday streams from the Sunday streams. Sunday is kind of like home base. That's the big one. That's every week, obviously every Sunday, and that's the one where I go for over an hour, and I bring in one of my kids, either Sean, Jacob, or Kayla, or maybe a combination of them both. And I go, like I said, I go for about 65, 70 minutes or so. All good. To make it different for Wednesday, so it's not the same thing. I'm gonna keep this one shorter. Actually, I'm gonna keep this one 30 to 35 minutes, and I won't bring any of the kids down just because I want to keep it fresh when they do come down. And they've never complained. I don't want to make it a chore for them, but at the same time, I want to keep this different. So same rules apply. I will answer as many questions as I can, but I won't take so long of an intro today. I'll jump to your questions. Kind of think of this as a midweek check-in, especially given everything that's going on with COVID-19. Think of it as a check-in, not only from me to you, but from you to me as well. And a chance for us to kind of check in on one another. So look at it that way. So I'll tell you right now, Dexter, thank you. No, I'm not going to wrap tonight. I want to keep that for a Sunday special. I truly want to differentiate these. So I wouldn't get offended if you don't want to be around for this. It's still going to be the same, hopefully good engagement, but I'm going to keep it more compact, 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll save the wrapping and the kids' appearance and the long form for Sundays. And then for the midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, more of a quick hit, a quick check-in, a quick hello, because I certainly don't want to go a full week without saying hi to you and to seeing some of you. And I'm actually toying around the idea of doing a Zoom call, one of these, as a change, i.e. doing it on Zoom. And they're giving you access, at least we can see faces and stuff like that. I would even dare let you share, I wouldn't let you share the screen just in case what happens, but I might let you ask questions like live by voice or by camera. So I'm gonna think about that for one going forward, especially if we have a lot of time with this physical distancing. So let me know what you think. If you think, if there would be if you'd be down for a Zoom call. I think there's some risk to it, but I think there'll be a lot of fun to it as well. So leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think. And one leading question I'll have for you now, and then I'll get to some of your answers, is I did a poll question today, and my vlog today was about this. The Canucks local Sportsnet TV broadcast was ranked number 12 out of 31. There's a big vote of people in your own market and people outside of your market. And then they put all the votes together, and Vancouver was ranked number 12 out of 31. Carolina was ranked the best TV broadcast. Boston was 31st, kind of funny, the worst. Vancouver near the top half and in the top half, near the top 10, number 12. Actually, Ottawa was number 5 and Montreal was number 7. So those are the two Canadian cities in front of Vancouver, but Vancouver was at number 12. And I vlogged about this today. I talked about how I love John Shorthouse. I think he's very knowledgeable. I think he's entertaining. He's really good with words. He's really good thinking on his feet. He's got some good iconic calls, i.e. Burrow slaying the dragon. I think Shorthouse is really good. And he's not afraid to have fun and poke fun of himself. John Garrett, former goaltender, former player. Usually a lot of these color commentary guys they don't have to carry the play, they don't have to carry the broadcast, but they're supposed to come in with their insight and add, their experience and their intuition and wisdom, whatever it may be. And John Garrett, they like to make fun of John Garrett, his eating habits, his love for ketchup, all these things. He's a good Catholic man, I know that. So I like John Garrett, and I think Garrett and Shorthouse have a really good combo, good chemistry together. Then you add in Dan Murphy as the third guy, doing the panels, the interviews, and the like I said, leading the panel, pregame, postgame, and all that. And I think he's very good. He's very knowledgeable. He's a lot of fun. He knows his stuff. So I think the combination of the three of them is good. I think production value is okay. It's not the best ever on Sportsnet. And I know a lot of people complain about that when it's sometimes they don't have local content. Actually, it's funny. Some people like the local content and they hate it when they go to Elliot Friedman and Brian Burke and Kelly Harudi on the national desk. I love them. I really like their insight, actually. I think sometimes it's better than some of the local insight. And other people will say, no, they don't like the local content. They don't like when the broadcast just simply plays replays from Canucks TV, right? What's on the Canucks website and social media team already. They like the national flair as well. So you can't please everyone all the time. We know that. So I basically put a poll up on Twitter. I said, what do you think of the Canucks broadcast? And it has 500 votes already. I just put it up actually 4 hours ago at 6 o'clock. And of 500 votes right now, 40% are giving a letter grade of A, 43% are giving a letter grade of B. So 83% A and B, then 11% saying C, and only 6% saying D, poor. So again, 40% A, 43% B, 11% C, and 6% D. So maybe that's something we can talk about today, especially if we run out of things, or if you want to talk about that there, is what do you think of the Canucks local broadcast? This isn't Hockey Night Canada, this is Sportsnet, and that's Shorty, is John Garrett, is Dan Murphy, and I would love to know what you think of those broadcasts. And now that I think about it, I think what I was referring to is throwing to Brian Burke and Elliot Friedman. That is Hockey Night in Canada across CBC as well. So forget I even said that. Just talk to me about the chemistry between Shorthouse, Garrett, and Murphy, and the local interviews. They have Dan Murphy, Sat Shaw, Andrew Walker, Ian McIntyre, and such. So that's something we could talk about as well, but I'm going to get to your questions now. It's already 10:06, and we'll probably let's cut it off at 10:35 tonight. So it's exactly half of our Sunday ones. And I think that's a good expectation. And who knows, if I end up blabbing a little bit more than 10:35, you can just leave whenever you want. And like I said, before I start, like usual, if you want to give this video a thumbs up, I will not stop you. I physically can't stop you anyways, but I would appreciate that as well. Always the thumbs up help with the metrics and that. So if you want to give this video a like, I will not stop you. Thank you. I just saw it double from 4 to 8, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's get to it. And once again, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm trying a different setup too. I'm actually using the phone bracket, the phone holder that's actually attached to my ring light. So I have a ring light that gives me a bit of light. You can probably see it. Yeah, there you go. You can see it in my glasses. I'm trying to look like a real YouTuber and stuff. This angle does make me look skinnier because anytime you shoot from up top, but it might be a little too high, but you see more of my kitchen, I think. Okay, HSF Fangirl Gaming. Hey Clay, do you think the draft and NHL awards are going to be conference call instead of in person? Well, I never thought about that. It would be weird to do the draft and the awards with no live crowd, because I think the crowd really adds a lot to it. But if the physical distancing is still happening, yet they cancel the rest of the season, yet whether they do playoffs or not, they want to get the draft and the awards in before the start of September, October, then maybe you will have to do that. I know that's been talked about for a little bit. I wouldn't like it, but I admit I've told you guys that I watch wrestling, and they've been holding wrestling shows, including WrestleMania this weekend, which they've already pre-taped in front of an empty arena. So different dynamic for sure, that they're playing to the crowd that isn't there, but I think it would change a lot of the broadcast, but it might be a necessity. That's a really good question, HSM Fangirl. Thank you for that, and thanks for being first in here. And the other person who's usually first in here is Nuck649. Hey Clay, hi Nux, how are you? And thanks for making it. I know you were asking me about Wednesday, Thursday. I do Wednesday when I can. Which team was #1 for the best commentary? Oh, you probably asked that before I answered. It was Carolina. Carolina, they're obviously they're a lot of fun. They're knowledgeable. They have a fun team to follow. The post-game surge and all that, but it was Carolina was the #1 team. But if you're a subscriber to The Athletic, you can check out the whole article there, but it was Carolina. HSM Fangirl, did anyone in your household get pranked today? Is it April Fool's Day? No, we talked about it a lot. We're actually not a big pranking family. I think we're a fun family. We like to joke. We like to make goofy videos and stuff. The kids are on TikTok. I'm not, even though I keep threatening to go on there, but they say I would embarrass the family even more than I usually do. But one thing we did do tonight, it was past April 1st, but for some reason, Kayla had this idea of saran wrapping the bottom, you can kind of see actually back there, the saran wrapping that door. So we opened that door and we put saran wrap on the very bottom, and we tried to get Mickey to run into it, not hurt him, not crank his neck, but tried to see what Mickey would do. But I think Kayla did a really bad job taping it up with Sean and Jacob. So anyone, even if you're blind, you could tell that there was saran wrap there. So Mickey did not fall for it at all. But what made it even more fun was we put a treat on the other side, and we watched him for about 10 or 15 minutes trying to figure out how to navigate the saran wrap. He wasn't going to run through it. He's not strong enough. He couldn't jump over it, although he could, but I think He's never seen saran wrap before. And it was the funniest thing, it was the cutest thing. We got it on video, but finally he ended up biting at the saran wrap, realizing that it wasn't tough. And then he ended up putting his paws on it, pushing it down, and finally jumping over. But that took him about 10 to 12 minutes to figure out. So that was the extent of our pranks today. Dean, Tyler Toffoli and Jacob Markstrom for $10 million or Taylor Hall. Around what Taylor will get, or a little lower than 10. I remind you that's a Hart Trophy winner. Yeah, Taylor Hall is a Hart Trophy winner, but I would take the #1 goaltender and the #1 first liner winger for sure, any day. Especially, yes, Taylor Hall did win a Hart Trophy, but he hasn't really moved the needle much in Arizona. That's not his fault completely. It might be the makeup of the team. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I would take two pretty good players over one potentially really good player. So I would take Toffoli and Markstrom instead of Taylor Hall. Hi, Kaigan. Hi, Clay. How was April Fool's Day? It was fine. It was a normal day for me. We didn't do any, like I said, we didn't do any big jokes. And I had a full day of work meetings. I had a church meeting as well. You guys know Wednesday night is usually my church night, so that's not going to happen for a little while. So I met with actually all 20 staff members, including my wife Gail, including Sean, including Jacob, including Sean's girlfriend Fernanda. We were all on that Zoom call, figuring out how we're going to deliver the rest of the curriculum to our 110 students that are our St. Paul's Catholic Church. What we're going to do every Wednesday night for the next 2 months. Thank you for asking though, but it was a normal day for me. Didn't do any studying today. I have to get to that tomorrow. Christopher, hi. Hello, Chris. Who's your favorite player on your least favorite team? My least favorite team would be a tie between LA Kings, Edmonton, and Boston. So you have Ben Hutton, Draisaitl, and Pasternak. Two really good players, and Ben Hutton, a decent player, a nice guy, was in one of my music videos. So my least favorite team, as you guys know, is the Calgary Flames. So my favorite player on that team, I can't stand Gaudreau. Matthew Tkachuk both annoys me and entertains me at the same time, but you can't deny his talent. I think my favorite player on the Calgary Flames may be actually Mark Giordano. And I've always thought he was a good player, you know, that hit on McDavid, jury's still out if that was dirty or not. But I really liked him. I talked about this last weekend, or in last week's vlog. I talked about it when he was on that conference call with Horvat, McDavid, and Ekman-Larsson. He came across really funny and really good. And I know he does a lot for the community. I know most of the NHL captains do a lot for their communities, but I know Giordano does a lot for the community. So my favorite player on my least favorite team would be Mark Giordano of the Calgary Flames. Yahal, hey Clay, hope you're doing well, and thanks for taking the time to stream. You're welcome. I hope you're doing well as well, and it's my pleasure. I still want to do these twice a week, even if I shorten the midweek ones a little bit. But thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you guys are on. Well, we got decent viewer, actually. We got over 20 people, which is nice. Edmund, hey Clay. Yeah, my employer kind of abandoned me, and they haven't contacted me since beginning of the month, so I'm annoyed with them, but I'm glad I have another job that I do casually. Edmund, I'm sorry to hear that. Just tell me what kind of industry you're in. You don't have to tell me your employer unless you want to out them, but what's your primary industry and what's also your secondary job? I am glad that you have something else to fall back on or to get you through, which is good. Christopher, Hutton, as he plays for the Canucks. Draisaitl, he played for the Canucks, yeah. Draisaitl because underrating playing with David, yes, he's awesome. And a beast on my fantasy team. And Pasternak, his nickname Pasta became my favorite food, or is my favorite food. And he's a beast in NHL 19. Yeah, Pasternak is really good. But no one is a beast for me in NHL 19 or NHL 20. The only beast is me, and I don't mean it in a good way. It's because I'm slow and I have no clue, I have no skills, no hands, and that's why now, Sean would always hammer me. Now Jacob is even beating me. And that's really embarrassing, you guys. Jacob is the guy who doesn't know anything about hockey, but he's beating me 60, 70% of the time now, which is horrible. Dexter, will there be a rap tonight? No, sorry, brother. But save all your cool rhymes and lines for Sunday night. Understood. Awesome. Nahal, when do I think that was when do you think, but when will COVID-19 end? I think it's gonna be a while. We don't see any signs of the curve flattening, either locally or nationally, internationally, especially. I've heard everything from June to September. So I think we're in this for the long haul, and workplaces, schools, everyone's gonna have to adjust. And I know for work, and Edmund already hinted at it, I know people are losing jobs or being laid off, which really stinks. And even for the Catholic Church, you know, we can't have masses, so we can't have collection. So a lot of churches are going to be struggling as well, not just in the Catholic faith, but I think across the board. So I think we're a few months away, not as opposed to a few weeks away, quite frankly. Christopher, how are you coping with this? I'm having a hard time not being able to leave my house or the area around my house. Fair question, Chris. We're very blessed here in my situation. I have a home that's large enough where me, Gail, and the 3 kids can disperse and separate if we need to and be independent. But we've also had a lot of great chances to convene for every meal together, which is nice, playing board games, playing PS4, going for walks, whatever it may be. We have a trampoline in the backyard, which we can use. I'm still vlogging. So I've kept myself busy. I don't want to be over regimented, but I have kept myself busy, exercising as well when I can, studying. So I do have a lot going on. So maybe that's helped me, is that I haven't really disrupted my regular routine. It's just I haven't really gone to the office that much, of course, and I don't bowl anymore on Tuesday nights. So small adjustments for sure. But I recognize that I am very blessed to be healthy, our family's healthy, and we get a chance to be together every day. But I also realize, I'm not naive, that not everyone's in that same situation, either with health, with a stable job, or with family even, like people living alone or people who are single. That usually means you're living alone. You know what I mean? Like people who are in a different situation, I can imagine that this is a rough time. So I think of those people often. I know a lot of those people. I pray for them often, and I try and check in on them. And I hope you are doing that for your friends. You're checking, and family, you're checking in on them, with them, but that people are checking in with you. And again, this is I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm not trying to be a martyr or a saint, but this is one way that we can connect as Canucks fans, as community, is by coming here twice a week. But I hope you're doing okay. Dexter, a Zoom call would be fun. I think it would be fun and it would be messy as well. Nahal, who do you think will have their jersey retired next on the Canucks? Which current players do you think will get their numbers retired? I don't think there's anyone in line to get retired. I think Luongo, Ring of Honor, Alex Edler, Ring of Honor, but I don't see Luongo or Edler being retired. And those were, 2 that I would think of even remotely close. Maybe Luongo more than Edler. I think Edler's the best defenseman that's played for us, but I still don't think that's Ring of Honor material. I don't think that's jersey retirement material. I think that's a Ring of Honor. I think, I can't think of anyone that recently retired that would go up there. Ryan Kessler, probably Ring of Honor, if that. Sedin's already up there. So maybe the next player to get their number retired will be someone from this current roster. And maybe we're looking at Pettersson down the road, or Hughes. Besser, Markstrom, those guys, I think if they continue to track and trend, they're probably Ring of Honor guys. But when you're talking about jersey retirement, although the Canucks jersey retirement is maybe not as prolific as many other teams in the league, you're talking about outstanding game breakers, guys that change the franchise forever. And you look at guys like Naslund, Bure, Smeel, Linden, and now the Sedins. Would a Besser or a Markstrom or a Horvat get into that category? Maybe Horvat, but I think Pettersson and Hughes have the best chance, but we are so far away from that right now. But Nahal, I think that's a really good question. Luke, just reading my Bible, good for you, and Netflix, that's okay. I don't watch Netflix, but I do read the Bible. Hope you're doing well. I am, and I hope you are too, Luke. Keep on going. What's your favorite scripture verse, Luke? Mine is Corinthians. I can do, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That is my favorite. I like Corinthians too, but Philippians 4:13 is my favorite. Drop your favorite Bible verse down below if you want to. Nahal, John Shorthouse and John Garrett are very underrated. Yeah, a lot of people like them, and I think they're a really good combo. And Murphy, yes, I agree, all 3 of them. Jamie, hi Jamie. Hey Clay, how's it going with you, buddy? I'm good, Jamie. Had a busy night, as you know. I know we were messaging each other on Facebook. So I'm not sure if you end up doing your live stream, your sports chat tonight. I hope you did. And if so, I hope it went really well. Thanks for popping on. Justin, hi Clay. Hello, Justin. Edmund, Jim Houston is my favorite. Yeah, Jim Houston on CBC. He's outstanding. Whereas Burroughs, Shorthouse said that Burroughs slayed the dragon. You guys might remember Houston's call was also good. He said, it's a perfect day for an exorcism. Obviously exorcising the demon of the Chicago Blackhawks. So Houston has had some really, really iconic calls as well. And he's next door neighbor to a good friend of mine from work. So he sounds like a really, really good guy, Jim Houston is. TJ, what's your favorite type of pizza? I'm pretty boring, but it is good old Hawaiian, ham and pineapple. Yes, I know I'm pretty boring. Dexter, who did the interviews before Ran Deep? Was it Sat? Yeah, Sat has done some, if you're talking about the ones between, the ones with the players is actually Dan Murphy. I don't think Sat did a lot of the player interviews. Sat did all the panels, right, and he still does, with Andrew Walker sometimes, with Ian McIntyre, with Dan Murphy. But I don't remember Sat actually interviewing the players. It was, before Ran Deep, it was definitely, it was Dan Murphy. Now that I think about it, I don't remember someone else doing the intermission interviews, but I could be wrong. Someone correct me, please, if I am. Nux Run Deep does the interviews. Yeah, Christopher. I'm getting a dog sometime this year, probably from a reputable breeder. What kind of dog do you have? Any tips? Well, a lot of questions there. We have a Shih Tzu. Be careful to say the whole thing, Shih Tzu. And his name is Mickey. He's turning 2 in May. And we actually bought him. Cool story. My son Sean was the one who did all the research. Talked to a breeder, found a breeder, did all the communication with the breeder in the States, in Washington State, 5 hours from where we live. And then when it came to money, then coincidentally, Sean called me in to continue the conversation, to pay for the dog, to arrange pickup and everything. So yeah, reputable breeders are good. Obviously, you're gonna pay a little more, but I think for me, the peace of mind is worth it. I've only had 2 dogs. We have Mickey now, and we used to have Shyla, a pug, back 20 years ago. And with Shyla, we also bought her from a pug breeder. So do your research, go online, do some research, make sure you get to see the dog, meet the breeder before you commit to buying. All of those things would be some of my tips. But if you want more tips, Chris, hit me up, instant message me, or email me, or just, if you want to find me on social media, you can, and send me a message for sure. Harmon, hi, hello Harmon. TJ, do you think Jim Benning will trade for a first round pick at the NHL draft? I've heard he doesn't want to give away any more picks. He may want to acquire more picks, but what are you going to give up, and who are you going to give up? And does that make sense? Obviously, you can give up players for a first round draft pick, but we saw for Tampa Bay how happy we were that they gave up JT Miller for a first round draft pick. They don't know what that's going to be. They ended up trading that pick actually to New Jersey for Blake Coleman. I could see Jim Benning certainly being open to it, given that he doesn't have a lot of draft picks, but I think it's going to take a lot to pry a first round pick from another team. But maybe it's part of a bigger deal where you're trying to shed salary, you're trying to get rid of players, but you have to add sweeteners. There's a lot that can happen. But yeah, I think it would behoove him to at least look into it for sure. Nahal, do you like dogs? Of course I do. We have one. Justin, what's your favorite call? What call is your fave? BX stanchion goal to the Cup Finals, Brill slaying the Dragon, or the Sedin's final regular season game winner in overtime? Great question, Justin. You may have seen my vlog. Those are 3 of my 5 favorite moments that I've been blessed to be at live. So actually, I didn't hear any of those calls live. Of course, I came home, watched the replays, and watched the highlights. I like all of them. I think the Burrow slaying the Dragon, though, because of although BX, that means they're going to the Cup, Sedin's meant so much, but I think the one that I hear ringing in my ears is definitely, and maybe because it was just on TV again 2 weeks ago, is definitely Burrow slaying the Dragon from John Shorthouse. And I just think, and the euphoria that erupts afterwards, I really like that. Next is 49. Hey Clay, random question. When did you start YouTube? It was 2008 or 2009. If you go to my page and you sort the videos by date and go backwards, I think there's like an O Canada video and maybe a church one. And then I've talked about this before. My kids and I, when I think they were 4 and 2, Sean and Jake, back in 2000, maybe 6 and 4, or 7 and 5, when it was like 2008, 2009, we did something called the Emo Hockumentary, obviously a spoof on the word documentary. And it was a long form, like 7-minute video. And it was a lot of fun. If you want to see some great hockey action and some great training regimen, go watch Sean and Jake and me in the Emo Hockumentary. But yes, my first YouTube video, I think it was 2007 or 2008, if I'm not mistaken. Aiden, hello Aiden, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Shouldn't be in bed, it's like 12, you're 12 years old, right? Although you're probably not studying a lot, but thanks for coming on, Aiden. Nuxus49, do you like pineapple on your pizza? Yes, because ham and pineapple is my favorite. TJ, would you keep Markstrom or Demko? Depends on money, depends on the big plan. I love Demko. I've always talked about how much I like Demko and how the Canucks have high hopes for him, Luongo type hopes for him when they signed him and drafted him and developed him. If we can get him for a decent term, I would love to keep Markstrom, but I do have confidence in Demko. Yes, he was kind of shaky all throughout the season, especially this last stint before the league had to be on pause. But I do have confidence in Demko. If I can only pick one, given money, if it means that we can sign Tyler Toffoli, if we don't have Jacob Markstrom, then I would say I would keep Demko. If you're telling me that money isn't an issue, then I keep Jacob Markstrom. So how's that for sitting on the fence? I do like Demko a lot, but I think Markstrom's been outstanding the past 2 seasons. Dean, lighting was better before. This angle is brighter and not as clear as it seems like. Okay, Dean, I appreciate that feedback. I'll play with the lighting and I'll play with the angle next time. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good feedback. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. Aiden Clay shouted me out. I did, and I just did again. Tayeb, tell me one player that Canucks should go for this offseason. Well, people ask that a lot. Maybe I should do more research on this one, but I think they're going to have to get a mid-range UFA as opposed to they just simply don't have money to spend on a a $5, $6, $7 million guy. So it would be someone in the $3 million range. Someone like I've heard names like who's the guy out of Columbus, the winger, the big winger there, Josh Anderson, I think his name is. No, a guy from that ilk who can probably play second line, third line minutes, but I don't think they're going to get like a top pairing D-man or a top. They don't need a top line forward right now. Well, they need Toffoli. He's a top line forward. So I'm going to do some research before Sunday for sure, so I can answer that properly. But I think a mid-range guy, like a $3 to $3.5 million guy, probably was like kind of what we're going to be paying Jake Virtanen. I think that's the kind of guy we need to go after. Aiden, Taylor Hall. Yeah, maybe Taylor Hall versus Toffoli Markstrom. Next question, Clay, do you like olives on your pizza? No, I hate them. I can't stand them. We'll never eat them. Feedback, give up pick for Toffoli and all the expensive trades for a playoff chance. Now no playoffs, tough one. Markey, very important. Yep, all true, Markey and Toffoli. And I hope Toffoli resigns. I hope there's a bit of a season to come back to, which I don't think so. I hope there's playoffs, but yeah, we gave up a lot for Toffoli, but if he ends up resigning here, then we're all very happy, obviously. Do you like Connor McDavid? I do, Nahal. I have him in every keeper league. Well, no, I'm only in one keeper league, and I have him on 3 fantasy teams, so I do like him a lot. Although it puts me in a weird situation when he has to play against the Canucks. But no, I do like McDavid. I respect him a lot, and obviously a very, very good player. McDavid or Crosby? In a big game, I would still take Crosby. To watch on a nightly basis, I'd take McDavid. Dean, if you had to guess how long will current isolation last, if I had to guess, I'm going to say at least till the end of June. So that's another 3 months. I don't think it ending in April. I hope it's earlier than that. I hope it's May, end of May, but I think at least end of May, maybe end of June. I hate Canuck so much, Nuxus49. Okay, that's fair. You put it, you butchered the spelling, but that's okay. But you have it on all caps, so I can tell that you really hate the Canucks. Dexter, favorite goal horn in the league? Mine is Calgary's. That's a good point. I'm not a big goal horn guy. I know there's a guy on Twitter named Famous Goal Horns, actually, but unless that's you, Dexter. No, it's not, because you're your own Twitter account. I actually don't follow other goal horns, quite frankly, because I don't like to see other teams score in the Canucks at home. But I do know in Calgary, I've been to a game there in the Saddle Dome, if they even call it that, and the flames that they shoot up out of this big ring of fire up top is very warm. You can feel it anywhere in the arena. But yeah, that doesn't answer your goal horn question. I'll have to look those up as well. Yeah, you're right, Dean. I don't like the lighting on this. Maybe if I change the lighting on this. No, now that looks like I'm in a nightclub, and that looks too washed out. Instead, kind of do this. No. Well, I don't want to waste time you guys watching this. Okay, I'll figure it out for next time. Okay. Nahal, what's your favorite NHL jersey of all time? I like the simple ones. I like, the Montreal Canadiens red jersey is really nice. I like the black skate Vancouver actually quite a lot too. Favorite jersey of all time? I like Chicago. I like the simple ones, original 6, where it's just the logo. Even the Maple Leafs logo, all the original Rangers, all those original 6 jerseys were nice, where it's just the logo. Of course, you're saying, well, Clay, isn't it usually just the logo? Yeah, but I like simple colors, 3 colors as opposed to a bunch of different colors, and I really like the classic style logos. Hey, Clay. Hello, Rios. Is rollerblading the same as skating? It is. It's the same motion for sure. The pushes, the side. You definitely don't stop the same in rollerblading as you do in ice skating. Ice skating is a lot more fun than rollerblading because you're faster and it's smoother, but it's the same mechanics. I'll say it like that, but I think ice skating is way more fun than rollerblading, quite frankly. TJ, would you trade Besser for Tannen and a first round for Draisaitl? Ooh, that's a good one. Would I? Draisaitl, top 5 in the league, for sure. Besser and a first rounder for Virtanen. Virtanen, to me, I like him a lot, but he really isn't a factor in this for me. It really depends who the first rounder is, but of course you don't know that. That's the whole point of a first round, the luck of the draw, the speculation. How do you give up a Draisaitl, an opportunity to get Draisaitl? I think push came to shove, I would do it. I think I would do it. Draisaitl and Pettersson on the same team. Yeah, I think I would do it. Rios, I tried rollerblading. It was much harder for me. I agree with you. Dexter, you need to grind NHL 20, Clay, putting the hours and you're a devourer. I see what you did. You made me rhyme there. I suck. I overcommit on my body checks, and then I do not cover 2-on-1s well, and I don't know how to score. I don't know how to deke. I don't know how to use the right stick. So I just named 5 things that make me a very bad player. But I enjoy it, and I think the kids enjoy beating up on me. Edmund, I'm a civilian employee for police force. Out of respect for my employer, if I'm still, I won't disclose which one, but yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, okay, so good luck with that. And that's, thanks for sharing that, Edmund. Rios, our schools still haven't decided what they're gonna do. Rios, the plan this week is all the remember they had spring break for 2 weeks, so technically, although they should have, or at least I think the smart ones, like my wife did, they started to prepare. Technically, they didn't have to do anything for the past 2 weeks. They were on spring break. They had a well-deserved break. This week, they are meeting, Skyping, Zooming, Facebook messaging, WhatsApping, whatever. They are figuring out what they're gonna do, and already, I think teachers should be reaching out to their students by the end of this week, if they haven't done it so already, with some sort of plan, direction for next week. And that's what I understand the plan was. But we're supposed to give them teachers a week to figure out. Actually, this lighting looks better now. It's not so washed out. You're supposed to give teachers a week to kind of get the lay of the land and develop their online learning plan. Edmund, apply for aid package thing this month. Good luck to you, Edmund. Nux649, I've been watching, where are we here? I've been watching so much Netflix till 4 a.m. That's not very good. You should get more sleep, but if you have the time, that's fine. Harry, hi, Clay, how's your family doing? We're doing fine, thanks, Harry. You may have caught it when I was talking about it. We're doing okay, we're all healthy. We've been convening for meals, to play PS4, to play Jackbox, to play Mahjong, board games. Yet my wife's busy now getting on track with school. Sean's studying UBC, and Jacob and Kayla are getting ready for the onslaught of, no, it won't be an onslaught, but they're getting ready for the work that's gonna come their way as well. And for me, I'm still doing my usual work, family, studying for my master's, YouTubing, and those are my main things, and still involved with my church as well, of course. Yes, I'm missing hockey as well, Harry. Dean, halfway in May, we'll be rocking. September would destroy the country, would put the economy in depression. Yes, I agree with you on all those things, Dean. Halfway in May, I think that's optimistic, but I love your optimism. I would hope that that's the case as well. I can't even read this. Rome Ticklin. Both McLean and Luongo wearing #1 would pose a problem. If you're talking about, yeah, retiring a jersey, exactly. But I think they can both be in the Ring of Honor for sure. Harry, when will the NHL be back? I don't think any earlier than May. Definitely not April, definitely not May. I'm thinking June at the earliest, but it might be July, August, if at all. Edmund, BX would be Ring of Honor. I never thought about that. Yeah, I could see that as well, given not only on ice, but community as well. Manpreet, would you trade Pettersson for Leon? Oh, straight up. You know, I was talking about this about Pettersson and McCarr Pettersson and McKinnon. How old is Draisaitl? He must be, what, is he about 24 as well? Someone probably knows off the top of my head, off the top of their head. Would I trade Pettersson for Draisaitl? Oh gosh, I love Pettersson's cost certainty for another year. I love his compete level. Oh, Draisaitl's 27. If he's that old, no, I wouldn't do it then. Thank you, Nux. I just saw it. If Draisaitl's older than 25, no, because Pettersson's only 21, because of the cost certainty. I think he can be, even if he's not as good as Draisaitl, if he's very close to him, I think he could be as good as him. But even if he's close to him, he is okay. Now they're saying he's 24, so that changes it for me again. Oh gosh. That's a toss-up. I think you go either way. But would I like, you know, I said I would take McKinnon over Pettersson. Draisaitl is basically in the same boat, 24, also putting up a lot of points. Oh, that's so tough to say. I think it depends on my mood. I'm going to say no. I'm going to keep Pettersson. I don't know why I'd keep Pettersson for Draisaitl over Draisaitl, yet I'd take McKinnon over Pettersson. Maybe I think McKinnon's a tiny bit better than Draisaitl. Draisaitl's great, but obviously a lot of his points is because of McDavid. I think that's plain to see, but he's still a very, very good player. Okay, here we go. Kirk McLean jersey needs to be retired, the real #1. Fillmore, you're not the only one who's thought that, but I don't think he's gonna. He didn't win a Stanley Cup, didn't even win a gold medal. Not that that's has to do with their NHL jersey. But I think McLean's a Ring of Honor guy, but I don't think he's a jersey retirement guy. Dexter, full send a Zoom call this Sunday. I might not do it for this Sunday, Dexter, but I think I'll look at it maybe after Easter. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Or maybe we do YouTube on Sundays and we try Zoom on Wednesdays. We could be into because the Wednesdays are usually smaller than the Sundays. They're shorter. Maybe we do Zoom on Wednesdays. That would be crazy. Okay, let me think about that. That's good. Harry, okay, it's already 10:35, so forget it. I'm not going to cut it off now. I'm just going to keep going until I answer all the questions. It might be 10:40, 10:45, whatever it is. I still won't bring the kids down. I still won't wrap, but I'll just keep going until these questions end. And you can leave anytime, obviously. But I'm surprised how quickly this time went, but that's a good thing. Maybe because I talk so much. Harry, do you use Spotify? No, I don't. I'm an Apple Music guy, for better or for worse. Rome Ticklin, agree about McLean as the number one. That's cool. Dexter, I prefer Dan Murphy interviewing the players over Randeep. Randeep seems uncomfortable when he jumbles his words. Yeah, Randeep's a really nice guy, but I do think that Dan Murphy has a more natural flow, a tenor, and overall confidence. And maybe because Randeep's used to radio, I know he's done TV in the past. Maybe he hasn't done a lot of TV, and I'm sure he will continue to get better. But I think just Murphy's tone and tenor, it's clear. It's clearer. So yeah, I like Dan Murphy interviews as well. Jamie, hey Clay, how's it going with you, buddy? My beautiful wife Shelly almost got me April Fool's joke. She almost got me to clean up after the dog when nothing was there. Well, I'd rather take that joke, cleaning up when nothing was there, than stepping in something that you didn't think was there that was really there. But that's cool that you guys are having fun with April Fools. That's awesome. Nahal, can you bring your dog on the stream? Let me check. I heard him barking. If he's there. Okay. That took a while because I had to chase him around the living room 3 times. And now that the camera's high, so this is Mickey. Mickey, say hi. Mickey, say hi to all my friends. You're confused because you see yourself on my phone there, you see yourself on my computer there. Hi, Mickey. Okay, so I'm not bringing any of my kids down today, but I'm bringing my dog. You okay, Mickey? Say hi. How's your day going? It's been really rough. Get it? Rough. Wow, Mickey, nice to see you. Okay, you okay? Okay, we're gonna put you down. Dexter, get Mickey to beatbox. Okay, that's good. Okay, there you go. He'll probably be barking, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's finish this off. Sorry, that was probably the worst 2 minutes of live streaming ever, or maybe the best. Rios, I'm not sure what that means. Nux, when is the house tour coming? Good question. We will do that after Easter. How about that? I won't say commit to which one. I got to run it by my lovely wife Gail, of course, and the kids. But yes, a house tour will be coming, but not until Easter. Nahal, what's your favorite place to order pizza from? I'm pretty boring. I'm a Domino's Pizza or Pizza Hut guy. Very boring, actually. I should probably support more local mom and pop shops, but I do like the big chains, so to speak. How does fantasy work? Different. Rios, there are different types of fantasy leagues. The one that I'm in, we have a salary cap, and you basically get points and assists, goals and assists for points. You get wins for a goalie shutout, and you got to manage your roster. We do a draft, we do a free agent draft. So it's actually quite complicated. It's not the most complicated. I know that there's some that are way more complicated than mine, but that's how my fantasy draft works. I can explain it more another time, but I want to keep going here. But yeah, it's a keeper league. The same 8 guys have been in it for 10 years, and it's been really, really good. What's your favorite dessert? Pretty plain Jane. I like ice cream, and I like Jell-O. I'm showing, probably think I'm like 7 years old or something. I like Jell-O the most, but I do like ice cream and ice cream sandwiches. I'm not a big cake guy or pastry guy. Tayeb, will Brock go back to the Lotto line, and will Toffoli go to Horvat and Tanner Pearson's line? Well, presuming they play and presuming Toffoli's still there, we were able to re-sign him going forward. Yeah, I think ultimately that's what they want to do. Is Besser just came back, right? So they ultimately want to get Besser back with Pettersson and Miller, and then you have built-in chemistry between Toffoli and Pearson. I think Toffoli can really elevate Bo Horvat's game from an offensive standpoint. So yeah, I would love to see Miller, Pettersson, Besser, and then Horvat, Pearson, Toffoli. Nahal, have you ever received a puck from a player during warm-up? Not during a game. I actually don't go down to the game, to the boards sometimes I don't get there earlier enough, and other times just who I'm with. If I'm with one of the kids or a younger kid or I'm bringing a guest, sometimes I will go down, but never to the glass. So I've never gotten a puck from a warm up during an actual game, but definitely in some of the open practices and things I've received things like that. Then when it's easier to go down the boards, or when I have like say my godson or a nephew with me as opposed to my wife or one of my kids. But good question, but no, never from an actual warm up during the game. Famous Goal Horns has a YouTube channel. For one of your vlogs, you should rank them 1 to 31. We could even collab. Okay, Dexter, maybe we should do that. I'd have to do a lot of research. But yeah, let's keep that in mind, especially as I'm going to be in the summer or going towards summer. If there's no hockey to cover and I'm looking for content ideas, I would love to bring some of you guys on for a collab or two. Dean, hope they fix the lighting in the arena next year. Was a lot darker this year. I did notice it was different, but maybe that was because they wanted to accentuate other things. But yeah, I did notice it was different as well. Good observation, Dean. Jamie, if you could pick any retired player and put him on Vancouver, who would it be? Oh, great question. I'd love to see Bure on this team. He's the one that comes to mind, just his speed. And can you imagine Bure and Pettersson and Besser on a line? Or no, Bure's a right winger, right? So Bure, Pettersson, and Miller on a line. Oh, that would be crazy. I would love to see Pavel Bure's speed on this team right now. Marcus Naslund would be good too. He was very good. Even Bertuzzi, with the way he plays, we don't have a lot of players that play like him. Maybe show Jake Vatanen a thing or two. I would really love any of those guys. Tayeb, do you think JT Miller will retire in a Canucks jersey? Yeah, someone else asked me this a few years ago. I'm not sure if it was, not a few years ago, a few streams ago. I'm not sure if it was you, Tayeb, or someone else. It's tough to say, right? He's got 3 years left on his contract. Everyone loves him, but he's probably in for one more big contract after this one, where he'll try to hit a home run, his last big contract of his career. So very tough to say right now. I would love it, but we're a long way from there. But we can see the impact he's had on our team. Nux, can you stream NHL? I'll think about it. I'm really bad. Or I could, let Sean play my son, and I can pretend I'm him. Maybe that's what I'll do. Nahal, it really annoys me how people act like Rookie Besser is a whole different person. I think Besser is still very good, and one day will become better than Rookie Besser. Nahal, I agree with you. I've seen some vlogs, I've seen some fans, I've seen a lot of people saying, what's wrong with Besser? How come he's not as good as he was in his rookie season? I've always said it's tough to play after your rookie season because now opposing players know more about you. And the other thing I've said is we now have Pettersson on this team. We now have Miller on this team. We have other guys who can score. Toffoli if he sticks around. So Besser's role might be less of a sniper and maybe both sniper and playmaker. But yeah, I look forward to what Besser is going to do going forward as well. Can you stream from the PS4? I'm not asking, Nux, I'm not sure if you're asking if will I or can I? I know we can, although we haven't. Will I? That's another question. Dexter, what was high school like when you went? Well, there's no social media. There is still drugs, alcohol, and drinking. I didn't do any of those things because I was a bit of a nerd. I was student council president actually at my high school. And there were just, you'd hang a lot more, right? You'd hang out with friends after school, on weekends, all the time. Go to each other's houses. Now I think it's less that because you can connect on social media and you can do other things, play video games, whatever it is. But in high school was fun, but definitely I think there's another thing about high school is there's less, and remember this was 30 years ago for me, there was less pressure to get into, it was easier to get into university than it is now. It's very competitive right now. Great question. Next 649. You're studying for a master's degree? Yes, I'm doing a master's in leadership for the new evangelization, a big church term that basically says, it's going to make me smarter when it comes to Catholic church work, pastoral work, help lead people closer to God. And that's what I'm doing right now on top of my full-time job. Doing it by correspondence through Augustine Institute out of Denver. Good idea. NBA 2K20 Legend Edition on PS4. All NBA games scheduled April 2 simulation. Yeah, Glenn, that is a good idea too. We were looking at 2K20. We almost bought it today, but we decided not to. But yeah, you could... Are you saying that they're simulating the games? That's a pretty cool idea. And I think that's going to get a lot of people interested in that. Or unless you're telling me to do that. Or I'm not sure if the NBA is doing that. Either or. Let me know clarify that for me. Leon is better than Pettersson. I would do the Draisaitl for Besser, Vert, and the first. So Dexter likes Draisaitl for sure. 24, 24. 24. Okay. So he's 24 years old. Ryan, I'm late coming to the stream. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm doing okay. That's great to hear, Ryan. I'm glad that you're doing well. I think about you a lot. Hang in there, brother. PD 100%. Christopher, if you could meet and have dinner with anyone alive or dead throughout all of history, who would it be? I know this is a random question. No, I like these random questions. We can't talk about hockey all the time. Dinner with anyone alive or dead throughout all of history. You know, it'd be easy for me to say someone like Pope John Paul II or Jesus Christ, and I would be very interested in religious figures. But you know, I was very fascinated with Michael Jackson. He was my favorite entertainer when I was growing up. Elvis Presley was my parents' favorite entertainer. I would love maybe to sit down with one of those guys. I think Denzel Washington is very interesting because I love all his movies. So it could be an actor, it could be a musician. For athletes, you know, all my favorite athletes are still alive. Yeah, I love Michael Jordan. I love Wayne Gretzky. There's a lot of, even Roberto Luongo, I think would be hilarious to meet and have dinner with. So a lot of options, a lot of choices. So I threw a few of them out there now. Tayeb, would you trade Besser and Virtanen for Malkin? Besser and Virtanen for Malkin? Yeah, I would. I know Malkin's getting up there, but he's still a very, very good player. Although I like Besser a lot. Gosh, Virtanen, like I said, a non-issue. I think it would depend on my mood. I like Malkin's getting up there, and I do like he kind of mercurial, right? He kind of up and down the way he plays, and I still have a lot of hope in Besser. So no, I'm gonna say no to that one. Dean, Luongo just had a bad attitude about leaving. No way his number gets in the ring over McLean. Yeah, I wouldn't say that he's gonna get in there over McLean. I think both of them will get in there. Christopher, my contract sucks. That's what Luongo did say. Say Mickey. Okay, Mickey, hi, cutie, very cute. Get Mickey to beatbox. Mickey, who's your favorite Canucks player? Mickey, who's your favorite Canucks player? Okay, he's just staring at me, but Mickey doesn't speak English. I'm first in my fantasy league. That's awesome. No offense to Sean and Jacob, but Mickey deserves to be the special guest on these streams. Yeah, he's good. He likes being here, and he's still here, actually. He's kind of trapped. I closed that door, you can see, so that's how he would escape, but he's still here. I missed it. I permanently I'm late to the party. No problem, brother. And actually, I was only going to go to 10:30 tonight, but we're going, okay, there he is. But I'm going way longer than I thought. That's because these questions are so good. Rios with the play button. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I'm supposed to click that later. Dexter, I'm first in my fantasy league. That's awesome. Ben, who are some of your favorite Canucks vloggers? Super fans. I like Canuck Clay. I think he's pretty good. I watch a lot of Geo stuff, Lego Rocks. Not every day because he does 2 videos a day, but I watch a lot of Lego Rocks stuff. I think Rob Talks Hockey is very good, especially after he changed his format and his channel's grown a lot. Moroki on defense, Brett. He doesn't do a lot, but when he does, his videos are all very thoughtful. So I like all those guys, and I know there's a lot of other guys that younger guys that are trying to be up and coming. They don't post as frequently. But those are the guys that I would say. Definitely Gio and Brett, and once in a while I'll watch Rob's stuff as well because I think it's very well done. Jamie, yes, we did the Jamie Sports Talk and Facebook Live show. It went awesome. What's a godson, Dexter? Basically, it's in Christian terms, it's someone who is not related to you, but you are to be a role model to them as a godfather, i.e. try and encourage them to continue to grow up in the faith. Quick question, would you trade Pettersson and Hughes for Marner and Barry? No, I would not do that one. I think, okay, let me just grab Mickey because he's barking. Mickey, you want to leave? Okay, I'm going to open this door. Even Mickey, you want to come back?
Here we go.
Sure. Even Mickey's thinking I'm going long, but that's okay.
Come on, Mickey.
There's Sean. Sean, say hi.
What's up?
People are saying they want Mickey more than you.
I'm sure they do.
There, Sean made an appearance. All right, so let's finish this off. Would I trade Pettersson and Hughes for Marner and Barry? No, I wouldn't. Edmund, you should do a live stream of you and your boys playing NHL 20. I think it would be very entertaining. It'll probably get more views than my regular vlogs, but I'm not sure if I want to embarrass myself just yet. Christopher, I really miss hockey. Go Canucks go. I do too. 2K is really fun. I have it. You should get it as well. You're talking about NBA 2K? Yeah. We were talking about today. We were debating between NBA 2K and FIFA, actually. I love Michael Jackson, my favorite artist of all time. Well, that's why you and I get along so well, I permanently. Nux, I would have dinner with Kevin Hart. He's super funny. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm sure you're taller than him, so that'd be good. Wasn't Michael Jackson a creep? Seemed to have a bunch of rumors about him. He seems to, yeah, he didn't have the best reputation when it came to his relationships, especially with younger boys. But I still marveled at his wizardry, his mastery of musicianship, his dancing, his performing. So yeah, I would still love to have dinner with him. He would make me laugh so much at dinner. Nux, talking about Kevin Hart, yeah. Ryan, I would love to have dinner with John Lennon for sports. Oh no, John Lennon, or for sports, LeBron James or Tiger Woods. Yes, Two excellent choices. Jamie, who do you prefer? F her or Cujo? I don't even know what that means. So, Fear or Cujo. I like Grant Fear. I thought he was really good. Dexter, Clay, if you're bored, rank your goal horns and I'll rank mine and we can show each other our list. We make a good YouTube video. Okay, Dexter, I won't be bored for the next little bit given what I have going on right now, but I will save that for a little, I will save that for a rainy day for sure. If I'm ever bored, I will hit you up on Twitter and we will compare our list and then we'll make a video about it. But it might not be for a while, but I like the idea, Dexter. Thank you. Rios, does Fantasy League cost money? Mine does, but others don't. You can join free leagues all over the place as well. The hockey guy, yeah, you know, Nux 649, people have asked me about him before. I don't watch him. I have nothing against him. He seems like a really nice guy, him and his wife, and he's certainly dedicated to his craft, but his style of video doesn't appeal to me, quite frankly. But I give him full props for the way he's built his channel, and I'm very happy for him for the success he's had. But I don't have the time. I don't find the time. I don't make it a priority to watch his videos. Rios Dread, Sean, yes, he was there. Jamie, Mickey is very cute. Thank you, Jamie. I think so too. FIFA is greater than 2K, perhaps. Daniel, hey Clay, sorry I've been busy for the past while. Hope you're good. Stay safe, you and your family. Daniel, same to you as well. Thank you for your support in the past, and I hope that you're healthy and that you're taking care of your family as well. Shoot me a message, let me know how you're doing. Dexter, he scares me. Not sure who you're talking about there. I'm sure you're taller than him, Kevin Hart. Yes, you are. That made me laugh. I'm glad it did. Dexter, I don't watch the hockey guy either. He makes a bunch of content about the 80s when I wasn't even close to being born. That's amazing. Yes, I was born in the 80s. I was born in 1974. Thank you very much. But yeah, I don't watch him. And then he scares me talking about Michael Jackson. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure for those that didn't appreciate his music and heard more about the way he was in lawsuits and stuff, I can see where that would be, it would be tricky for sure. All right, we've caught up. That was a lot. It's 10:52. Is there a video coming up tomorrow? Nux649, yeah. Do I know? Okay, I'll just answer these. Is there a video coming up tomorrow? Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm gonna talk about. Actually, I have an idea what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow, but I'll save that for tomorrow. I try and do a video every day. Rios, do you know what the neutral zone trap is? Yes, I do. I'm not sure if you're testing me or you're asking me. Basically, a neutral zone trap is when a team tries their best not to allow any movement or any momentum through the neutral zone, and therefore it makes it very difficult for an opposing team to gain the blue line and enter their own defensive zone. And you do it basically by, it sounds exactly what it sounds like. It's clogging up the neutral zone. Okay, it sounds, should the Canucks trap? No, Dexter, I don't think they should. I think they should play run and gun a bit more, but they gotta, at the same time, work on their defensive coverage. More reaction vids. Okay, maybe Canucks suck at that then. Yeah, Reels. Actually, reaction videos, they haven't taken off exactly the way I wanted to, but you know, I think views are down for a lot of people right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away the reaction videos. Maybe tomorrow would be a good time for a reaction video, or at least by Thursday or Friday, but I'll take that in consideration as well. Okay, it is 10:53. I can't believe we went for 53 minutes. Reverse those numbers. Instead of 53, I thought we'd go for 35, but we did well tonight. So thank you, everyone. No wrap tonight, so consider yourselves lucky. Dexter, have a good night. Thank you, Dexter. God bless you. Jamie, same to you. God bless you and your family. Nux, God bless you too. God bless all of you. Thank you for watching this, no matter what you're doing or where you are. I know you could be doing anything else, so thank you. Subscribe if you like to, but I think you already have. You can like this video. I appreciate it, and I will check in with you. I do videos every single day, and then my next live stream will be on Sunday night. This was excellent questions. I think the momentum was good. You got to see Mickey. You heard him rap and heard him talk. He's never done that before. And we'll see what happens on Sunday. So thanks again. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. And go Canucks go. Good night, everyone.